know you.
Okay. Show me.
It's showtime.
Alright, we are back with another D&D movie time. And Cora, you've heard of the game Hello Neighbor, right?
Yes.
What if I told you there was a live action version of Hello Neighbor before Hello Neighbor existed?
But it ain't called Hello Neighbor.
It's not on the screen yet.
They put it on screen.
Tonight we're going to be watching a little movie called Disturbia, which essentially is the same premise as the game Hello Neighbor. In Hello Neighbor, you play a kid who lives across the street who thinks that their neighbor might be a killer, so you have to break into their house and try to find evidence and clues that they're a killer. And that's kind of what the main character of this movie does. So, this movie, though, is called Disturbia. So, it's as much of a live-action version of Hello Neighbor as, like I said, the Night in the Museum movie was kind of a early family-friendly version of Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, maybe the guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's was inspired by Night at the Museum.
Not.
And maybe the guy who was inspired to make Hello Neighbor was inspired by this movie.
Not.
Or maybe he was inspired by Fright Night. Who knows? How do you know? Did you watch a review of it? Did you watch it behind the scenes? Have you talked to Scott Kaufman? Because, I mean, there's a lot of similarities between Five Nights at Freddy's and A Night at the Museum. One's only difference is one's a family-friendly comedy and one's a horror. That's the only difference.
I haven't, but Matt Pat has.
Okay. And I'm sure that Matt Pat's never thought to ask. I haven't seen anyone else point out how close Five Nights at Freddy's concept is to Night at the Museum. Yes, there are some slight differences, but they're very slight. Just like in this movie. Are there slight differences between this movie and Hello Neighbor? Well, yes, there are. But it's pretty close in the whole premise. I mean, in the premise of Night at the Museum, you have a guard, an overnight guard, who works at a job where the things inside come to life at night.
For the last time.
No. Is that the basic premise of Five Nights at Freddy's?
No.
Oh, so he's not an overnight guard? You're not playing as an overnight guard?
You're playing as a security guard that sits in an office all day. An animatronic that's haunted by kids' souls.
Okay, but Cora, no. I'm saying the basics. The very basics. If you had to tell somebody in a few, like 3 or 4 sentences, what Five Nights at Freddy's is about, what would you say? An overnight security guard works at a job where things come to life at night. 3 sentences, right there. What is this movie about? It's about a guy who thinks his neighbor's a killer and has to break in and find proof. Boom. The basic premise. Just like in Fright Night. What was the basic thing there? He believes his neighbor's a vampire, so he's breaking in to get proof. There's not like there's a whole lot in these genres of that type. But anyways, as I said, we are watching Disturbia tonight. So I hope you guys will have check this movie out. Before we get started, Cora.
You know what? Do you know what's really Simpson Disturbia?
What?
You know, I just seen my birthday video. Go watch it. And also like, comment, subscribe on Morse videos, please, for my birthday, even though it's quite late.
Is that it?
Yes.
Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and jump into Disturbia. We will see you after the movie.
Bye.
Okay, we're all set to go nowhere. I am sentencing you to 3 months house arrest, Mr. Brecht. Green means you're good, you're in the safe zone. Red light flashes, you got 10 seconds to get back to green or else. Ronnie, I got something to show you. This is reality without the TV. Who is she? I don't know. Oh, God. No. Hi. Anything interesting out here? Mrs. Pilch. Every Thursday, she goes to the country club. Cue Mr. Pilch coming back from work. There's a maid.
Oh, gnarly. Where's the coffee and donuts? You can't have a stakeout without coffee and donuts. Oh, that's creepy.
What'd you see?
Red smears.
What?
I don't know.
Only in Disturbia.
Thank you for an interesting night. Guess this is as far as we go. I'll get back to you.
How many other perfect little houses hide really twisted secrets? Wait a minute.
Down on the ground!
The man has been kidnapping and killing people. Alright, that's it. Come on.
The miracle didn't just take you away!
No one believes me. I know what I saw. When this house was first built, this main house and the garage weren't connected. What would he need that for?
Visual coming your way.
He's hiding something. We know that. And he knows that we know that.
Oh my god.
Ronnie, we need to see what's in the garage. There's something seriously messed up here. You're not the only one who's watching. Mom?
Alright, so we are back. We just finished watching Disturbia. So, Cora, do you finally agree?
No.
Of course you do. Because why would you?
I never agree.
Name a difference between this and Hello Neighbor.
You're not stuck with a thing on your leg that if you get out of zone, you're getting hunted by the police.
I'm talking about the basic premise.
That was the basic premise.
No, the basic premise of the fact that there's maybe a killer living next door, and you gotta find a way into the house. This guy just had to do it through friends and other means.
Yes.
But it's basically still the same thing, that there is a killer living next door, and you gotta find proof. Right?
Yeah, but you don't go in his house.
Anyways, tell us what this movie's about then.
It's basically they learn in English, as well as English. You learn Spanish and other languages besides English. Because us English people...
He was learning Spanish.
Yes.
He was in Spanish class.
Looks more like English.
But it starts off with his father dying.
Yeah.
In a horrible, most messed up car accident. We never actually even learned what happened to the other drivers or the other people.
My guess is that old man just had to go in a hurry to bury someone or to do something with a dead person. So he ran the kid over. No.
What? He wasn't even involved.
How do you know? We don't get to see the driver.
No, but he wasn't even involved.
The kid or the dad? Or the driver?
Either. The old man wasn't there.
How do you know? We never get to see the driver.
Just continue
Could
on.
have been a 9-year-old.
So his father died. He's learning Spanish. What happens in Spanish?
Kills his Spanish teacher.
What?
He kills his Spanish teacher.
No, he doesn't.
I mean punches him.
Okay. It's totally different from killing someone. And what's his punishment for punching his teacher?
To be honest, whether, I don't know why he had to get caught. I feel like that's just a suspended, get out of here, you're going to homeschool problem.
No, he went to court because of the fact he punched his teacher and it's a crime. He was arrested. His teacher pressed charges. And so he was punished.
I feel like he should have just gone suspended.
But the judge was nice enough to make it only a 3-month suspension or 3-month house arrest rather than actually a year in juvenile hall, which is like child jail. We had to go serve time with a bunch of other kids.
At least it's with kids, no 40-year-old man.
No, but a lot of them are teenagers that have done a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like actual kid killers. Killers that are kids, not people who kill kids, but
Yeah, not like
kids that are killers.
Yeah, not like the Popa guy from
Like the child who stabbed his mom because she took away his iPad.
Wait, someone actually did that?
Yes.
Overdramatic drama kid, and what the...
If you had an iPad and I took it away, you'd probably stab me.
What the hell? I just locked myself in my room all day.
Anyways,
I need that.
so
I'm not that
when he gets
obsessive.
this house arrest, then what happens?
He knows a new keys, a new goal, and of course, my dad, which is a boy, told me that boys do dumb stuff, especially for girls, including him.
Well, do you think some of the stuff he was doing was dumb?
Spying on him? Oh yeah.
He wasn't spying, he was watching.
Don't belong to this, not like this and this.
He was just
time.
getting a closer view.
That's called spying.
She's the one outside, being all outside and in public. I mean, it's not like he went and set up cameras in her house to watch her.
Okay, from a girl's perspective, whatever the word is,
He's just watching the neighborhood. Like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
But I should have come as that. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Anyways.
Anyways, this ain't no ad. I'm
Um,
actually gonna ad for State Farm just
we don't have State Farm. Anyways.
Yeah, sadly.
So he's watching the neighborhood. He's checking out this new girl that's moving in. And what else does he notice?
That there's some pretty weird stuff going on with the man going Guardian.
Yeah.
Guardian?
So they spend the rest of the movie trying to find proof that what's going on with this guy.
And by the end of the movie, is this for me? Spoilers always, no, scratch that. By the end of the movie, turns out that he is a killer.
Yep, he was a killer all along.
I mean,
Although, actually, towards the end, it's like, he should have just ran, because once he killed that cop, or once that cop showed up, there was no chance that he wasn't going to get caught anyways. No chance they wouldn't have found out. So he should have just, knocked the cop out and left or something. Got into a car and left, leaving everything behind. He would have had a good head start, but no, he wanted to kill the kid. Even though this was like the end of him. So, but they finally end up saving the day, right?
uh-huh.
Alright, well that was Disturbia. Like I said, about as close as we have right now to an actual live action version of Good Hello Neighbor. When we come back from this quick break, we are going to go ahead and give our final scores and thoughts. See you in a minute.
Bye-bye!
Looking for something to pass the time? Need something good to read or listen to?
To get you ready for Halloween.
Do you like famous slashers like Jason, Freddy, Michael, or Ghostface? Do you wish there was something new and original that you could read on your phone or tablet? Or perhaps you like to grab a scary book and read by candlelight?
Check out these short stories, written by Sean Connaughton. When a mildly abusive man mistreats his bride-to-be on Halloween night, his neighbors decide to teach him a lesson. A lesson he won't soon forget when he finds himself in the witch's hole. And narrated by me, Tara Klein.
A Seattle detective, Scott Grimes, investigates a string of odd murders. But where this case ultimately leads him, he could never have predicted when he crosses paths with the legal murderer. And narrated by me, Brad Letson.
Join the Dunn family as they make their way to a vacation home for a weekend trip. However, when the sun goes down, things seem to get just as dark inside as outside. Stay with the Dunns and see if you can make it through the mansion. Audiobook narrated by Dylan Poor.
This story follows Sir Godwin as he and a small group transport a lovely princess out of a soon-to-be war zone, and as they travel they must pass through some woods. However, things grow darker and more sinister the deeper into the woods they go, and they find what some believe to only be known as the Legend of Fort Blood. Narrated for you by Angela Strauman.
So, turn out the lights, light a candle, grab your phone or tablet, and download your ebook or audiobook now.
Currently available all year round on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes.
So don't miss out and grab your copy today.
Alright, Cora, starting with you. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Disturbia?
A 9 out of 10. It was pretty good. It's just one thing let off. Why was he not suspended? I mean, yes. If he was...
Well...
I know, but let me talk. It's my school. Let me talk.
I have your answer.
Shh. You can say them after.
Hurry up.
I feel like he should have just been suspended, but I know. That basically ruined the whole plot line of the movie.
No. Now, would you like the answer?
But I feel like he should have just got suspended.
For how long?
Until the next year.
Oh, so you mean over the summer break?
Yes.
Which is what they were on, summer break? How can he be suspended for 3 months if they already everyone has 3 months off for summer break?
I still feel like he should have been suspended.
From what?
The school entirely. You should have never came back there. They should have sent him.
That is expelled, not suspended.
They should have sent him to another school, a summer school,
But
then they can expel him.
But that's just it. It was summer. That was why they did the home. That's why they did it in the home. Quit playing with things. You just knocked your curtain down. Fix it after.
Okay.
Anyways, that's why they did the whole house arrest, because he was already going to be home for the summer. But instead of going out and having fun with friends, he had to stay home, basically grounded into his home.
And basically, I think it was kind of the mom's fault, because she basically just gave him the advantage and the only option to spy, because one, she literally cut at the cable being dramatic.
She wasn't being dramatic.
And
She
two-
wanted him to do chores.
2, and 3,
And learn a lesson.
and 2, basically 3, she signed the kid out of a Apple account and an Xbox 360 account.
Okay.
Of course, you normally play on whatever device you have left. He had a PSP. Of course I do too, but I cannot find the red part, which he needs to actually have me play. Anyways. But I'm pretty sure people don't like to just do that on a PSP that most people don't even know exists. Because most people be like, oh, PS4, PS5, let's just forget about the PS2, PS3, and other stuff. Which to be honest is quite mean. But anyways, we're not talking about that, we're talking about the movie.
Anyways, we're going to move on to my score now.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give Disturbia probably also a 9 out of 10. For its genre, for a PG movie, it's pretty good. Like I said, this doesn't have a huge genre base. Like, there's not a lot of movies in this series of types of movies.
What's spying?
But for what we got, it's pretty good. Like I said, it often makes me think of Fright Night, or when I was watching people playing Hello Neighbor, I kept thinking about this movie and its premise and how it's practically the same. So that's why I've always told Cora, like, oh, this is the live action version of that game.
I think you're also thinking for me to play it.
But that has been our thoughts and scores on Disturbia. If you've seen this movie, let me know if you think the same. If you actually want to see for yourself and kind of compare the idealism between the two movies and see if you agree, then check it out. With that said, we will see you all in the next video.